Welcome, everyone. So before we start, let me tell you a little bit of the history of our sustainability, our partnership for a sustainable Georgia. So this is an initiative of the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA Region 4, which provides basic funds to support and deliver pollution prevention, technical assistance in the region. So the goal of this partnership and the EPA P2 program is to help companies identify projects that lead to the elimination or mitigation of pollution, conserve or save energy and water, while improving the business bottom line, as Randy mentioned. So the members of these partnerships include the Green Chamber of the South, that provides networking opportunities to talk and promote sustainability topics and sustainability trends and issues, and share best practices. And GAM, which stands for the Georgia Association of Manufacturers, that through this partnership and through us is able to provide energy and sustainability services a reduce with a discount rate. Next. So if you look at the Environmental Protection Agency definition for pollution prevention, is any practice or activity that eliminates, reduces, or prevents pollution at its source, as opposed to the end of the pipeline. So the main goal is to help identify and implement initiatives that eliminates reduction that is being defined mainly in terms of hazardous materials and the substitution of using some chemicals or material that could be hazardous or toxic for any reason for another one, or others that may be more environmentally friendly, and therefore a reduction of hazardous waste that are generated as a result of managing some of these hazardous substances or materials. Reduce of energy consumption that will translate into minimization or reduction of greenhouse gases emissions, and conservation of water to improve or sustain the water basins and the water quality in the region. Overall, all these activities and the outcome of these efforts results in improving, as Randy mentioned, not only the business bottom line, but it creates a culture and a holistic approach in managing the environmental aspects of our businesses. So in essence, everything that the EPA P2 grant is intended to do is what the members and the project managers of the Energy and Sustainability Service Group of MEP, the Georgia MEP, have been done for years now. So it just makes business sense. It just makes natural sense to partner with them and create this program. And in the last few years, we found a need in the industries and in the companies we work with for a more comprehension or more coaching regarding sustainability and sustainability metrics and goals that companies like yourself have probably set for yourself. So Randy, could you move to the next slide? So with that, I would like to probably start presenting an outline of what this sustainability cohort is about. So we here at this Partnership for Sustainable Georgia, we selected 2 of the 6 different emphasis areas that EPA has established nationwide. So those 2 NEAs that we are focused on, that we are working on here in Georgia, are the food and beverage manufacturing companies and metal manufacturing and metal fabrication organizations. So those will be kind of our main focus in recruiting organizations for this cohort. However, I have to say that EPA and other government agencies have a aim in mind to provide and provide incentive or resources to support areas that might be in a position of environmental vulnerability, and they are defined or known as environmental justice 40 as entities or regions. And we will consider any other organization that belongs to another NEA that is located in one of these regions in Georgia. So even though I just said that we focus in these two, it's not limited to those two sectors. The duration of the cohort is 12 months duration, because based on our experience working with companies, we see the need to have some continuity and some follow-ups and coaching when it comes to identifying pollution prevention initiative or opportunities or activities that will help the companies enhance their environmental performance. So it is almost a year-long program in which we're planning to meet in person 6 times. That is a bi-monthly in-person meetings where we will get together for a full day, and we will be conducting our workshops in various topics and subjects. There are 2 on-site sustainability assessments that needs to be conducted during the cohort. That will be either, if you participate in the program, if you're one of the participants, either hosting an event for everybody. So the ESS team will be conducting the sustainability assessment. So everybody will get the experience and the exposure to how these assessments should be conducted, what is that we're looking at, and the outputs of the activity, so they can be replicated by your teams eventually without having to probably outsource this activity to another party or service provider. Will be follow-up meetings on monthly basis, more like a coaching sessions. The plan is to, spend half a day either virtually or in person to help you with the assignments, the tasks, and the deliverables that will be required as part of the cohort. So in essence, this is kind of an outline of the program. Next, or click. So if you start wondering what are the topics and how is that we gonna achieve these goals, we'll be looking at P2 strategies, and remember P2 stands for pollution prevention, and talk about when did they occur, what are they, and what are the benefits of developing or having this approach in running and operating our businesses. We will talk about the sustainability reporting schemes and programs, and what is out there, what the expectations are globally for companies that have adopted or are subject to the Sustainability Development Goals as established by the United Nations. So what are the different frameworks and platforms that we can use? We'll be sharing best practices in accomplishing these sustainability goals and metrics. And some of those will include the ISO 14001, which is the environmental management systems, and the framework also provided in ISO 50001, which is energy management systems, and others as well. We will be sharing and training you in tools that have been designed or developed by the Georgia Tech team, and also that are available through other agencies like EPA that can easily adopted by your companies and are free of charge. And so are there, and we will be kind of guiding you and training you in how to use them and what you can get out of the various tools. The completion of the cohort will include a an establishment of a sustainability scorecard that will help you communicate your environmental and sustainability efforts to key stakeholders. And at the end of the 12 months, there will be a Georgia MEP recognition event. So where we will kind of acknowledge the work that you have completed, your efforts, and the achievement of all the milestones of the program. Next. So looking at the goal of the main goals of the cohort is to help the assisting participants in developing the business processes or the mechanisms needed to identify, implement, and sustain the improvements obtained of pollution prevention actions. We accomplish this, and we do this through implementing and helping you integrate these activities as part of your other business operating system or business management system that exists within your organizations. We will establish a scorecard that, as I said, provide valuable insights, not only about your environmental or sustainability performance, but your business performance. And this provides key information to stakeholders that might be affected or might have an interest or need on your business sustainability practices. And last but not least, everything covered during the program has the goal in mind to support your corporate social responsibility functions, or CSRs, to achieve their sustainability development goals. Next. So as part of the benefits in participating in the cohort, you will be trained and exposed to, as I said, best practices and methodologies and frameworks that will help you develop the skills needed to implement, maintain, and improve your organization's sustainability programs. You have access to tools and resources to better equip your teams, whether they are environmental health and safety professionals and maybe others within your companies that have the role and the responsibility to carry out these programs, so they are better equipped during their sustainability journey, and develop a roadmap that is unique to your environmental footprint, unique to your product, your processes and operations, that help the participants to create that vision in how to get to their sustainability goals. Next. And something that we have always witnessed when we work with organizations is that the added value in learning from your peers and sharing not only best practices. Of course, we all want to learn how others resolve and overcome their challenges, but also sharing just the challenges and sharing the issues and the day-to-day struggles that we face in a manufacturing communities. So, and obtain recognition from the Georgia Tech Energy and Sustainability Service team to have something that we hope help you to leverage your sustainability, environmental, and energy efforts to your stakeholders and improve your business performance. Next. What do we expect from you, and what we would like you to commit to in thinking of considering and joining our cohort is to assign the resources and support the members of your company that will be participating, not only for the in-person workshop, but for all the activities that are part of the programs. And resource oftentimes includes more than the financial means, time. So the time needed to participate and do complete the homework or the assignments. We also ask you to come prepared to share and actively participate and trust not only the ESS team, but the peers and others that will be participating. So share with us and be open to learn and collaborate and work with other professionals and be willing to participate and or host one of these sustainability assessments on your sites. And of course, we understand that companies are very dynamic and there are a lot of challenges and things going on a daily basis, but we expect everybody that initiates the program to be able to complete and stay with us during the 12 months of the project. Next. So in summary, the duration of the sustainability cohort is a 12-month program. We are scheduled to start this coming March 19, ending February 2025. We expect to recruit or register 10 organizations from these two national emphasis areas or industry sectors, but others as well. We will have the in-person workshops scheduled for every 2 months. It's a full day activity. It will happen either at the campus in Georgia Tech or in a different venue, and that all will be communicated and planned accordingly. But you will plan to be at least, full day from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. at a minimum. You will be assigned or you will have more customized or personalized assistant, coaching assistant on a monthly basis. And they are always to be determined based on when we start the program. There will be 2 on-site assessments that will also be scheduled and planned as we go. There is a contingency fee. As I said, this is one of the benefits of the Partnership for a Sustainable Georgia, is that is subsidized by not only PA, but also Georgia MEP. So there is $1,000 contingency fee that will only be effective if for any reason you're not able to complete the cohort. So we will make it the effect. Other than that, it is basically free of charge.